perfect in any shape, way, or form? Absolutely. So we covered that. But let's go on. Look what else it says. This is also works of the flesh. Idolatry. We know what adultery is. Anytime you put anything ahead of God, even your emotions or your feelings, you are doing a work of the flesh. Let me continue. Sorcery. You know sorcery? It's a drug taking. It's drug use. That's drugs. Sorcery. That has to do with drugs. Hatred, strife, jealousy, outbursts of anger, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions, envy, drunkenness, carousing, and anything similar. I warn you about these things, as I warned you before, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. So here's what Paul is saying. When you are led by the Spirit, two things happen in your life. Number one, your life is led by love, and you're walking in the Spirit. How do you know you're walking in the Spirit? How do you know that you're being led by the Spirit? You're being led by the Spirit. Are you ready? Because you're not carrying out the desires of the flesh. You're not trying to please your flesh. Because here's what happens. I'm going to stop here for a moment. If somebody gets pregnant, it's obviously they're pregnant. We go, oh! And don't get me wrong. Am I condoning sex before marriage? Absolutely not. All right? Am I 100% against it? Absolutely. But it does happen. Okay? But let me tell you, well, I know the work of the flesh that many young people have, and many adults have. Are you ready? It's called happiness. 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 We don't think that happiness, we don't think happiness is the work of the flesh. But think about this just for a moment. You will turn around in your closet. Now some of you may not have this. As you get older, you'll have this. They're called shoes. Shoes. And some of you will buy shoes, not because you need the shoes, necessarily, but because you think if you just have this pair of shoes, these sandals, it's going to make you happy. You'll buy a dress because it'll make you happy. You'll buy a pair of jeans because it'll make you happy. You'll do things for that moment of happiness. Because at that moment, you want happiness. And you, whatever it costs, if it costs you 100 pesos to have happiness, you'll buy it. If it costs you 1,000 pesos to have happiness, you want that happiness. But here's the catch. Sometimes you get into relationships. Are you ready? You're afraid of not being happy. You go into a relationship because you believe that relationship will make you happy. And then it doesn't make you happy. Now watch this. You have some people, and I'm not using any names because I don't want to judge. So listen very carefully. You have some people that go from one relationship to the next relationship, to the next relationship, to the next relationship. Now, did they go from relationship to relationship because they thought that person that they were dating or with was the most horrible, lousiest human being in the face of the earth? Now, there is a possibility that that person was the most horrible, despicable human being on the face of the earth. Possibility. But chances they weren't. They committed one sin that you couldn't forgive them for. And that sin was, are you ready? They couldn't make you happy. They could not make you happy. And so, since they could make you happy, you went to the next person. And the next person. You kept looking for that one person that could make you happy, and there is nobody that can make you happy. Not even yourself. And the Bible tells us we're led by the Spirit, and we allow the joy of the Lord to fill our heart and to fill our mind, and our spirit will find that happiness. And so here's what Jesus does. When Jesus is led by the Spirit, understand this, he is prepared for attack of Satan in his life. He is prepared for Satan to attack his life. And here's how I want you to understand this. One day, Satan is truly going to attack your life. Now listen to me. In order to be prepared for satanic attack, you got to be walking in the Spirit. The reason Jesus was able to handle Satan, you ready? He was walking in the Spirit. He was led by the Spirit. And the Bible teaches that we too can be led by the Spirit. Now, go back to Matthew chapter 4. Go back to Matthew chapter 4.